You didn't click on this video by accident. If you're here, it means you've stepped through a door most people don't realize even exists. And I'm here to tell you, if this video found its way to you, you passed the final phase. The invisible test is over. There's a new system running now, one that quietly but powerfully sets you apart from the rest. Take a quick second to subscribe to the Growth Mindset Project and hit the bell. If you're done with endless tests and are ready for next level transformation, you'll want to be here for what's coming next. Let's be honest, no one told you, congratulations, you passed the final phase. No certificate arrives. The universe doesn't throw a party. But something subtle changed. For a long time, you lived inside a loop that needed your doubts to survive. But the moment comes, almost so quiet you miss it, when holding on to that cycle drains you more than leaving it. You outgrow it. All the old reasons to keep checking, proving, fixing, replaying, they lose their charge. The mental engine idles. The air clears. How do you know you've passed the final phase? It's not a high, it's a gentle relief. Remember those days when a message or an unresolved moment sent your chest buzzing, your mind racing, your body on alert? Analyze, overthink, rewrite, react, then judge yourself for reacting. The cycle kept spinning with every micro win feeding tension, not relief. Every personal growth hack, a new journal, stricter boundaries, color-coded habits, helped you cope, but not escape. Trigger, churn, soothe, repeat. But then one day, that same text comes in. 3 dots on the screen. No reply. 5, 10 minutes. But this time, instead of anxiety, there's just nothing. Not numbness, not a fog, not shutdown. Simply the absence of a spike. Your nervous system doesn't brace. Your mind doesn't script a response. You notice it later. The silence was neutral. That's the sign you passed the final phase. This moment isn't luck, it's system dynamics. When it costs more energy to maintain the old pattern than let it reorganize, the loop gives up. It can't self-fund without your attention feeding it. Picture holding a beach ball underwater. You can muscle it down for a while, but when you release, it flies up, and then just floats. Not fighting, just existing. The tension, the fight, only ever existed because you were gripping so tightly. Your baseline clarity rises. You stop fixing, stop feeding the anxiety loop. Your choices get cleaner. You sleep more. You're honest about what you want. Your internal noise drops. And when you stop signing the contract with your old stress, the whole machine grinds to a halt. Of course, you might worry, is this shut down? Is this avoiding? Real release is not avoidance. Numbness is a heavy fog. You drag yourself through delays and empty fine responses. But in this new place, clarity is clean and light. No compulsion to check, no echo of anxiety, no aftershock. You just act, precise and simple. That proves you're not suppressing the old system. You've retired it. What operates now? The old loop clamored for drama, for proof, for attention. The new engine? Quiet, sustainable clarity. Days organize themselves with less effort. No pep talks needed, no validation chase, just a subtle, steady yes that doesn't need thunder to feel real. You're probably catching this pattern in your own life now. A friend's invite you don't want. You used to overthink your response, stall, talk yourself in or out, and carry the weight for hours. Now you give a direct no, the issue resolves, and you move on. The hour you'd have wasted is now open for something meaningful. If you're 3 minutes in, I want you to like this video and comment below if you recognize these shifts in your own life. How did you know you'd passed the final phase? Share your story. Let's break it down. Systems stabilize when negative feedback trims the excess before problems explode. Clarity is your new feedback signal. You sense tension early, you adjust early, so there's no storm to weather, no drama to manage. Your nervous system settles back. The only applause you need now is the quiet inside your own body when it relaxes after a clean move. Think about noise-canceling headphones. When your awareness detects static, it generates its own quiet. You sense micro-friction early, make a tiny change, and move on. No drama, no crisis. Contrast this with the old days. The alarms had to be blaring before you moved. Procrastination until the deadline forced you. Now a slight tightening before opening an app tells you to pause, breathe, or change course before a problem builds. You're adjusting while the stakes are still low. That's why days feel so much lighter. You're turning the wheel in tiny increments rather than spinning out at the last second. So what tells you without a doubt that the new loop has taken over? You'll notice it's not about hype. Energy is steady, simple, and grounded. No chest thumping, no demand for likes or validation. There's no echoing in your mind after you act. Decisions land once, don't repeat or haunt you. Even misaligned opportunities don't seduce you anymore. They just feel heavy right from the start. This is your elite, unlocked cue. That effortless, clean read. The old triggers can't hook you. The everyday drama can't enroll you. And the clean no or clear yes you offer becomes your only proof. You don't need permission for it to be real. Here are 3 misreads that can trip you and tempt you back to the old exam room, even when you've passed the final phase. First, you might mistake calm for numbness. Shutdown feels like fog and avoidance. But calm simply notices, names, and moves on. No aftertaste, no residue. You can speak your feeling in 2 sentences, then carry on. That's elite responsiveness, not detachment. Second, fewer lessons does not mean your guidance is gone. Stabilizing a system means you need fewer crisis interventions. Your internal compass works, so you redirect early. Take a walk before you burn out. Say no before resentment. You aren't missing out. You're simply thriving at a new, quieter setting. Third, fast clarity is not ego. You don't have to question yourself for knowing quickly. In the old loop, doubt looked like humility. But now, speed comes from signal strength. If you land a decision and your body relaxes, that's alignment. You trust your signal, not external judgment. Let's take a quick pause at 6 minutes. If the clean cues are showing up for you, like, subscribe, and drop a comment. It helps this community keep growing, and it gives your mind a healthy feedback loop. When you're operating in this space, misaligned paths show up instantly. They feel dense, effortful, distracting. You don't need a backstory to know. You just move on. The era of overthinking is officially over. You passed the final phase. At this level, more tools are not the solution. More is not better. Your shift is about getting out of your own way and letting the system you built keep running. You know exactly what to do. 1 honest yes, 1 honest no per day. 1 action. The rest follows effortlessly. If you're ready for the next step in your growth, keep letting the quiet yes set your pace. When friction is gone and your mind doesn't demand proof before action, you've crossed into elite territory. Tap the bell to not miss what's next. And check out these videos right here. Your journey has only just begun. Stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next one.